What's up, guys? Welcome back to How to Catch Leopard Sharks. This is your host, DJ Roland. Sadly, DJ Gabriel will no longer be joining us due to some reasons that I will not talk about on our lovely podcast. Now, let's get into it. This is the second episode, and I'm sure you guys have been waiting for it, anticipating it. This is The Bait. Today, I'm basically going to talk about the best baits and where you can find bait for leopard sharks. They'll eat almost anything. Now, before I get into it, I got to ask, did you guys like the new theme song? I wrote and recorded it myself for this. Okay, let's get into it. Now, a great place to start with leopard shark bait is definitely going to be basic raw calamari or squid. Now, you can find this at basically any grocery store ever. If it has like a seafood section, you're going to find it. It's extremely effective. I like to just fold it over itself onto the hook. And if you can find it, get the white squid, not the pink squid, because the pink squid doesn't work very good. Now, second to that is going to be white shrimp. Now, you're thinking, oh, I probably have some in my freezer. Do not use that freezer shrimp, because that freezer shrimp will not work the same. You want raw shrimp. You want something that parasites could be living in, something that if you put in your fridge, it would rot and smell nasty. Now, that raw shrimp, you're only going to be able to have it for one day, but it's going to work extremely well for that one day. You can use this to catch other bait, which I'll get into shortly. Now, those are the two most easy and affordable options. Now, the one, if you're willing to up your spending a little bit and maybe go find a local fishing store. Most local fishing stores, if you live near the ocean, will have some kind of bait fish like anchovies, herring, sardines, or mackerel. In my case, for leopard sharks, I like anchovies a lot. A whole anchovy or two whole anchovies on a hook seem to work really good. Also, mackerel works really good. Using like half a mackerel, a large amount of bait, they have very big mouths. They'll fit it all in their mouth. So mackerel during the winter, here in the Bay Area, we have a herring spawn. So during the winter, using herring can be very effective. And the one you can't find in basically any store, sadly, but you'll find all over California, Mexico, and Oregon, which is where you can catch leopard sharks, is jack smelt. Now, jack smelt is extremely effective. It works ridiculously well. I've caught my personal best 5.5 footer on a tiny little piece of jack smelt. I've caught huge fish.
6 foot long guitar fish.
All kinds of stuff with the jack smelt chunks. And they catch other species too, like striped bass, stingrays. Even jack smelt will eat jack smelt, which is surprising, but I guess fish are like that. Okay, now I'm going to get into the more weird, exclusive kinds of bait that you have to go really get yourself. Besides, you have to catch jack smelt, which you can use that white shrimp for. But now this is the kind of stuff you might have to go dig around in the mud for a little bit. I'm going to list them all off first, and then I'll tell you how to get them and where to get them. Basically, these are going to be some of the most effective ones ever, and you'll catch sturgeon with a lot of these baits too, because sturgeon love these. So these baits are going to be blue mud shrimp, ghost shrimp, grass shrimp, pile shrimp, and blood or pile worms. Okay, now for the blue mud shrimp and the ghost shrimp, they are basically kind of like a crawdad. They live in the mud, and you'll find them on low to negative tides walking out at any muddy or sandy beaches. Just dig around. You'll find hopefully a good amount of them at most spots. I've found that it doesn't really matter where you go along any shoreline as long as there's mud and sand. You'll find them both. For the grass and pile shrimp, I like to get a trap, like a minnow trap. Put anchovy heads and chicken liver into the trap and let it sit somewhere overnight. The water has to be pretty salty, but if you leave it in one spot for a long enough amount of time, you will for sure, 100% for sure, get some grass shrimp. And you might even get some bullheads or mudsuckers, which are little bait fish that are great bait for striped bass, but not the best for leopard sharks. And I think I also mentioned pile and bloodworms. These you can find the same way as the ghost and mud shrimp. But basically, instead of digging around, just flip over rocks in any tidal mud flat, and they'll be around pretty much. And I got one more. This is
The secret bait.
that most people won't tell you about. Now, I got my secret bait that I won't tell you guys about, but this one also works extremely well. And they're very difficult to find, which is why most people don't know about it. It is the
Pacific midshipman.
They are basically a little bait fish that actually isn't so little half the time. They come into the bay to spawn, but they live most of their life in the ocean. Basically, they look like a little mud skipper, but they can get pretty big. They have fangs. They have a face you would say only a mother could love. But leopard sharks love to eat these things. They're super healthy for them. And you can find them. I mean, actually, I'm not sure. The only time I've ever had midshipmen is when I've accidentally caught one on a small hook. So I guess walk around the shoreline with small hooks and small bait and hopefully try and catch one. That should do it for today. Now the next episode is going to be the spots. Thank you for listening to How to Catch a Leopard Shark. This is DJ Roland signing out.